So I was also going through comments on your wedding pictures, and so many of them just really admired you for having a priestess at the wedding. Did you come across those reactions?
I did.
Yeah. So what was your thought behind that?
I'll be very honest with you. There was never a decision that was made. I've always grown up with beautiful people around me, and a lot of them happen to be very strong women. So I always kind of seek a lot of comfort when I have people in positions of power around me who are women. And when it came to officiating our wedding, also at that time, I remember Dia's wedding was officiated by a priestess. So I remember seeing that, and that's when I realized, I said, oh, this also can be done.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of it then. And then it was a thought that stayed with me. So when we started prepping for the wedding, this was a conversation I had with Vishank, and I was like, shall we do this? And Vishank was like, sure. And we were both on the same page with that. So I loved that that kind of came through, that we both found comfort in that.
But now the audiobook is out on Audible. So I want to ask you, how different, refreshing, or tough was it to relive the entire experience of recording it in your own voice?
I think for me, when we started planning the audiobook, I was very confused as to how I want to go about it, because there's never a right or a wrong way to go with something like this, right?
Yeah.
Since my book is a dual POV, Aman and Avni are my main characters. So some chapters are by in Aman's voice, some chapters are in Avni's voice. So I was always very confused, should I cast someone for Aman and then have him kind of narrate those chapters and I can do Avni's chapters. But when we got closer to recording it, I realized that I don't know if I can direct an actor. I don't know if I can, as an author, if I can actually sit down and tell them how to take this line or how to do it effectively. So it is similar to the way it is in my head when I wrote it. So I realized that, okay, I'm going to narrate for both characters and I'll see how that is, because a lot of the romance audiobooks that I have heard in the recent times actually had the author recite or narrate for both the male and female POV. So I thought that was quite exciting. And I think when I recorded it, the book wasn't out yet. So for me to actually distance myself from consuming it in writing and actually having it said out loud for the first time was definitely kind of an eye-opener with how a lot of things sounded when I said them. So there were some things in a lot of the chapters where I was like, अच्छा इसको change करना पड़ेगा या इसको ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते हैं, because जैसे लिखा है वैसा का वैसा cannot be repeated in the book. So there were a few changes that were made here and there, and it was nice to say them and then hear playback, and it was quite exciting. So I'm really hoping that the listeners kind of see that when they listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting to record a dual POV in your own voice, especially because you told me that you were also writing differently for Avni and Aman, as in sometimes you would write for Avni and say that no, this is more like Aman, and then you would correct that.
Yeah.
Did that happen while you were recording also? Did you figure out like different voices for them, or did you
100%, yeah. I think we had to look for a personality that comes off beyond just thoughts, because that's what happened when the manuscript was in work. So the good thing was that when we were recording the audiobook, I had a bound script where I knew exactly where it begins and where it ends, and there were no changes that were to be made. It was edited, it was ready to go into it was already in publishing at that point. So when I did start recording, the first couple of chapters are just Avni. So I realized that, okay, this is easy, because for me, I have taken a lot of me when it came to writing Avni. So a few changes that I made was that obviously Avni's voice is a lot more high pitched and Aman's is a little lower. He'll speak a little slower than she does. She speaks really fast, and her reactions are a lot more animated than his are. He's a lot more monotonous when it comes to emoting. He takes a lot more pauses and stuff like that. But again, since it's my first audiobook, I kind of tried to figure it out on the go.
I don't know whether to call it a magazine or a newspaper.
What can I say? As you can see, the iconic screen magazine. It is I'm on the cover. It's really nice to be on the cover.
Karan, this is your surprise for the evening.
I remember there were so many times that, he would just turn back and he'd look at me and I was like, Agnipath!
माँ के पैरों के नीचे स्वर्ग है, अरे बाप के पैरों के नीचे जायदाद है।
गीत एंड आदित्य का अभी ब्रेकअप हो रहा है, फ्रस्ट्रेट हो गए हैं वो दोनों एक दूसरे से, है ना? आदित्य बोल रहा है ये अपनी आपकी खुद की फेवरेट है, कौन झेल सकता है इसे?
If you could legalize one thing in India, what would it be? Prostitution, gambling, or marijuana?
I can't hear you.
We have seen you as more of a glamorous role in South Indian movies. And you went to Bombay. I don't know what transformed you. You're today totally different role.
Feel nepotism or no nepotism, I'm here. You know, किसी के बाप की इंडस्ट्री नहीं है.
कहीं ना कहीं मेरी भी अपॉर्चुनिटीज कई बार ऐसे गई हैं जहाँ पे मुझे ऐसा लगा कि maybe I should have gotten the opportunity rather than someone who's from the family.
I love reading your reviews. When you really love something, you genuinely have, you know, and that means a lot.
But that's the whole thing. You guys don't give up in life.
I wish you all the very best. May Screen digitally prosper.